Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing, did you just check me like getting the lipstick off my teeth? Ugh. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be discussing a few products, actually a lot of products that I have purchased over my time in Europe from the Kiko brand. Kiko has made its way over to the States and I believe potentially in the UK. As most of you know, I've been spending all summer in Europe and in the UK working, and which is why I've been sort of MIA here on YouTube, but hopefully you're following me on Instagram so you can see what I've been up to. I will put my Instagram name right here, but over my travels I have been purchasing tons of products from Kiko because their stores are everywhere, and I know that there are some in the US as well. You can order online. There's one in my local mall in Southern California, so I know that some of you will be able to pick up some of these products, and I really love the brand and I just keep buying more and more things. So I'm going to discuss with you this Kiko haul as well as my thoughts and feelings about all the products that I've purchased from the brand. If that sounds interesting, keep watching. Don't forget to thumbs up, like, don't forget to like and subscribe this video, and let's get started. So I have a giant bag. This is just where I keep all my Kiko products that I've been trying to separate out so that I can save for this video. I've been wanting to film this for so long, but my camera battery charger has gone MIA, so I couldn't film on my camera, and I didn't want to film it on my little vlog camera, so I've been waiting, and finally I got a new charger that finally works because I went through a few that did not work. So many products in here, it is ridiculous. Let's start with some foundation type products, shall we? I have, I believe, around 4 foundations, or foundation like face products. The first one is the Skin Tone Foundation. This has SPF 15. It says highlighting liquid foundation, shake gently. This comes with a pump. It's really nice. First of all the Kiko products are give or take around drugstore price. I would compare the brand to something like NYX, where it's a very affordable brand, but they have really nice products. Personally, I almost preferred this brand over NYX. This is an Italian makeup company. I just feel like the overall packaging, it's super sleek. It looks more high-end, and I believe they have tons of sales all the time. Things are 50% off of an already great price, and that's what makes me continue to buy things over and over and over and just throw things into my cart. The girls who work there, whenever I'm like, yeah sure, just putting it into my cart, they're like, wow, she likes makeup. But this Skin Tone Foundation is super light. It reminds me a lot of the Bourgeois Foundation, the Healthy Elixir Skin, Healthy Skin, do you know what I'm talking about? The Healthy Skin Gel Foundation that Bourgeois makes. It's very similar to that. It has a very liquidy consistency, but it does have a dewy finish. It looks very natural on the skin. I really like this. I do like it on my more natural days, which is not often, but it does happen. Next, this is one that one of the girls at the store convinced me to buy. This is their Unlimited Foundation. This is a relatively new product. Got a nice frosted bottle with, again, a pump, which is always appreciated. This, again, has SPF 15, which I don't think is enough SPF, but it's something, which is nice. This is their long-lasting liquid foundation, perfect makeup all day long. I do find that this lasts a very long time. I use this for shows sometimes, so you know, if I'm sweating under the lights and everything on stage, if it still lasts through that, that's really saying something. This is full coverage, so if you like that look, then you would probably like this. The only thing about Kiko is that I can't find my perfect shade a lot of the time. I'm in warm beige 30 in this and warm rose 30 in this, but they're a little pink, but not too bad. I can tend to look a little ashy if things are too neutral, and then I just look too orange if they're too rosy. So it's kind of a catch-22. Overall, I do really like this foundation. Next is their BB cream. Again, this has SPF 15. This is their Colored Beauty Balm. It says, foundation treatment with moisturizing ingredients, all natural effect. This is one of those BB creams that starts off white and then kind of changes into like skin tone color onto your face. I don't find this has a ton of coverage. BB creams are really hit or miss when it comes to coverage. Some have a lot of great coverage. Some CC creams have tons of coverage, kind of like the It Cosmetics one. This is truly a colored beauty balm. This is going to give you very minimal, very light coverage. If you just want to put something on that feels like it's moisturizing and evens out your skin tone a little bit, this is the product to go for. I am in the color 2 Natural. I don't use this all the time. This is more something I would put on if I was going to the beach or just feeling like a no makeup day. But I do like this product, and especially for the price, I like that it's just a squeezy tube, very sanitary. So far, all of Kiko's products are excellent when it comes to that kind of thing. This product I was super excited about. This is the Skin Trainer CC Blur Perfect Skin Optical Corrector for all skin types. This refines skin texture while instantly evening out and correcting the complexion. This is basically like the Professional, but with a little bit of coverage in it. It has that same sort of whipped, moussey, blurring silicone feel. I don't know, again, if you're somebody who likes very minimal coverage and a really easy out the door application of a face product, you probably really like this. It's basically a primer with a little bit of coverage in it. I do really like it, but I tend to use it underneath other products instead of on its own. But I should probably give it a try just using it on its own. But yeah, I'm in the shade Neutral. I do like this product a lot. I think it's very innovative, and I think that if the Professional came out with colored versions of that primer, they would be in business. The next face product I have is the Kiko Less is Better Fluid Highlighter. I believe this was a limited edition product. It reminds me a lot of the Becca Backlight Primer. This is supposed to be a liquid highlighter, but it's very subtle, and I believe that it works more like the Becca Filter Primer, or similar to the strobe creams from MAC. I think this is probably why it ended up being limited edition. I'm not sure, but this highlighter is super subtle. So how I tend to use this is for foundations that I feel like are too matte or leave me too flat. I put a pump of this in there, mix it in, and it just gives it that little bit of glow, that little bit of a light reflective property that makes your skin look a little bit more natural, more youthful, more fresh. And so I really like it for that. And again, super nice frosted glass bottle and a pump. Kiko really nails it with the packaging without overcharging you for products. I really like this. I think I got this on sale for like a couple dollars. Well, a couple euro. And the sales are just unreal when you go to this store. This is a product I can't really figure out if I like or not. This is the Kiko Face Makeup Fixer. Basically, it's a setting spray. But it's in an aerosol, which is different. Usually you have to like spray and you get that fine mist. This is literally like an aerosol can, you know, like you would. It just smells like butane, which is what I don't like about it. I don't like feeling like I have to hold my breath. It's like literally spraying hairspray in your face. I don't find this really does anything for my makeup. I got this again on sale. It was like €4. I like that it's aerosol in that it's super fine mist, but I feel like in order to really feel it setting on my face, because it's so fine, I need to do it really close up, and then I feel like I'm breathing in the fumes. So I would give this one a pass, even though it's super cheap, and it's a cool idea, but I don't think in practical application it works, which is why I think most setting sprays are just an actual pump spray. Now for one of my favorite products. There's a couple of them. These are the touch sticks. So there's Radiant Touch and Sculpting Touch creamy stick highlighters and contours. These were, again, I think a few euro. The highlighting stick is really nice. You get a ton of product. I mean, that's going to last you such a long time. I have this in the shade number 100. It's just like your natural champagne pearlescent stick, highlighting stick. I do like it. I don't tend to use cream contour and highlight a lot. I just prefer powders. But for what it is and the price point and how much you get, I mean, this is a ton of product. And I mean, it's 10 grams, 0.35 ounces. You're gonna have this for a long time since you're barely using it on your face. But the one I'm super obsessed with is shade 200. That is the contour stick. This is just super convenient for me, especially when I have to get ready for shows really quickly, and I just do swipe under my chin, swipe so that I can get a really nice defined jawline. Down the nose, it blends out so well. It's creamy without being too creamy to where when you blend it out it gets all over your face, because I hate that too. But it's not so dry that it's hard to blend and lifts your foundation. It's the perfect texture. It's my favorite cream contour I've ever used, and it's super convenient being in this little stick. And again, because it's Kiko, the price point is amazing. I gotta keep the eye on the time because I'm going on a tour. Okay, I have some powders here that I want to discuss. The packaging, when it's new, reminds me a lot of Hourglass with like the chrome packaging and, you know, like the magnetic closure. It's really, really nice packaging, and it has that kind of lifted frosty. It just really reminds me of Hourglass. This is their Radiant Fusion Baked Powder. I have to believe that this is kind of a similar product to the ambient lighting powders, where it's a finishing powder. There's not a lot of coverage with this powder, but it does have a shade. I'm in the shade 4. I don't use this a ton, but I do find that it's a really nice finely milled finishing powder. Again, the price point, the packaging, nice huge mirror. I mean, there's no reason to dislike this product. The only reason I don't use it is because I keep it in this Kiko bag that I was waiting for to make this video, and because it's not in my regular makeup rotation because I'm saving it, I haven't reached for it. But now that I make this video, I'm probably going to go for this all the time because it is a really nice setting powder with a teensy bit of coverage that really just makes your face look healthy and have a teeny bit of a natural glow while not looking too matte but still powdered down. I have the Flawless Fusion bronzer powder in the shade number 2. This isn't bubbled up like the other one. This is just a flat compact. This is a really nice neutral bronzer in the shade 2. I can't really say too much about it. It's a very finely milled powder. Very, very small essence of shimmer in this, but it's mostly matte on the skin. I feel like I can mostly compare this to the TULA bronzer in terms of its shade and how it performs from Benefit, but again at a much cheaper price point. All of this makeup is made in Italy too, which could, you know, just make zero difference, but in my brain it makes me feel like it's a higher quality product instead of some that's made in like China or what have you, that's full of bullshit ingredients. Do you know what I mean? Next, in this similar silver packaging, is the Matte Effect Finishing Powder. I don't have a shade on here, so I don't know if this comes in different shades. I don't remember. But this is sort of like a pinky powder. I use this a lot under the eyes to brighten, and it's super finely milled, but I like that it's in a compact, and I do find that this keeps me matte while also just kind of brightening up the complexion because it does have that slight pinkness to it. It doesn't translate to a super pink powder on the skin, but I do find that it is brightening under the eyes, so I do like that. I used it today. I use it most days. This is the one thing that I usually keep in my top drawer just because I really like this powder. This one was a little bit disappointing to me. This is the Glow Fusion Powder Highlighter in the shade 1. Again, in like a mini version of that fancy silver packaging. This looked really pretty on my finger. Felt like it was really creamy on my hand, but I just feel like I have to dig into this so hard to get any sort of product. Even if I were to swatch it, I have to really press and really drag for you to see it. It is a really pretty color. It's a champagne with a little bit of a pink undertone as well. I really liked this highlighter, but I don't reach for it a lot because I feel like it doesn't have as much bang for my buck as I personally like in a highlighter. If you like something or want something really, 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 really subtle and really natural that you won't have to worry about going overboard if you put it on your face, you won't have to feel like, is this too much? Then this would be nice for you. And again, for the price point, it's better than probably a lot of things that you can find at the drugstore. But saying that, now there are a ton of things that I'm seeing, at least online. I haven't been in the States for months, but I see a ton of people went wild, and Milani and a lot of companies are making really nice highlighters at the drugstore now, so I would just probably give this one a pass. This is another decent product. This is the Natural Color Breathtaking Azalea Blush. This has really cute limited edition packaging as well with like the white. It's really nice. I think that I read on the box that this was supposed to smell really good, but it smells like dirty butt. Like it smells like bug spray. It's horrible. The blush in and of itself is nice, like dusty pink. I have nothing to say about the blush, but it's not anything special. Again, I think this was limited edition, so you don't only have to worry about it. I like the way it looks, but the way it smells is horrific. I have some interesting brushes. Kiko also makes brushes. I need these to be cleaned. I thought this was really similar to the MAC bronzer blush. Wow. I thought this was really similar to the MAC bronzer brush that people were talking about for a while. That has the, you know, tapered tip and then the rounded edge, but then it's still fluffy. This is the Kiko 9 brush. I bought this. I feel like it's a little big for bronzer. It's not horrible, but I feel like sometimes my bronzer can go down too far and then I have to like bake underneath to clean it up when I use this. It's not a bad brush. The brush itself is a great brush, but I don't find myself reaching for it all the time. Again, this is the Kiko 5 foundation. This is like for hardcore coverage. This barely moves. I mean, you have to push really far to get, and really hard to get this to really move. It's very stiff. It's great for stippling on your foundation. I use this with the Unlimited foundation and I get like wow coverage with it, but it is very stiff brush, and I think it's like that on purpose so that you can really stipple and it's not going to go anywhere. So if you're into the stippling effect, I would pick up this brush. It's, unlike a lot of brushes that I have, really has very little give. If you're looking for that sort of technique, it's the number 5 brush. This is a great, super soft brush that I picked up from them. This is the number 7. I haven't quite figured out how I want to best use this brush. It's super soft and flimsy, but in a good way, but it has this like long taper, so it's obviously a lot softer up here and more dense down here. I've kind of just been using it as like a powder, just to like sweep on powder like this, but I don't feel like I need it to be the shape to do that. So if any of you have ideas on how to best use this, I suppose I could use it for bronzer, but again, it's just a little big. So if you have any ideas, I just kind of bought it because it was a little unusual, a little interesting, different from any of the brushes I have. But it's a really nice quality brush. I bought some colored mascaras. These are the Smart Color mascaras, again from Kiko. They're okay. People notice, like, so the color is apparent, and that's kind of becoming more and more of a trend of these colored mascaras. I don't think that you should buy a super expensive mascara if you're buying it in a really crazy color like this, because how often are you going to use it? It's probably going to go bad before you use it all up. So that's why I purchased these, because they were super affordable, obviously. It's just not like my favorite look, so maybe that's what I don't like about it. It's not any sort of fault of the product. I bought the Eyebrow Fibers Colored Mascara. I bought this in 2 shades. So I have this in like what would be my real shade, and then I have it in black, so I use it for my shows as Rizzo because it makes it a lot easier for me to get my black brows really quickly. But this is very similar to like a Gimme Brow product with the fibers in it, but it has a much larger brush, as you can see, than the Gimme Brow. So you have to be really careful with the precision. I feel like they could have done with maybe having a much smaller brush on this, but the actual product itself is really, really good if you can manage finessing the larger brush. This Definition Waterproof Eyeliner reminds me a lot of the NYC liquid liner that's been discontinued in terms of how it looks on the brush. It is very goopy, however, but I put this on at a water park and my eyeliner was flawless all day. So this is truly like waterproof eyeliner, but you just have to be super careful with the application because it's super goopy when you take it out of the little pod, and you really have to brush off that brush. But otherwise, if you can make it work in terms of just getting the right amount of product on the brush, this is probably some of the best, most waterproof, blackest black eyeliner that's liquid that I've seen in a long time. And if you're missing the NYC liner, you should probably check this out. These are some other limited edition, nice gold packaging. Mini Divas set. This is the eye pencil and the Mini Divas mascara. I love these things. This is some of the best pencil liner that I've used ever. I barely have to put any pressure for inside my waterline, and you know how annoying that is when you have to like keep digging to get any pressure and any color sort of payoff on your waterline. This, I barely have to touch my eye and I get full color payoff, which is amazing considering what I paid for this. I think I paid like €1 and maybe €2 for the set. And the mascara looks like nothing special, but the girl told me it gives you a very butterfly effect, so that's why I bought it. And it's just a little mini, but oh my god, I love this. I hope that they make this permanent because I believe it was limited edition. One of the piece de resistance products for me is this. It is the Highlighting Effect Fluid Concealer. It's like a concealer pen. I use it in the shade 2. This is a straight up 100% dupe of the YSL Touche Eclat. I also have that, and I cannot distinguish one from the other, and this is literally like 1/5 of the price. So if you've been wanting to try that, give this a try first, see if you like it. To me, there's really no reason to buy the YSL one anymore. So many people make similar products now, but this one at the price point cannot be beat. We're almost done, I promise. All right, we're getting down to the wire at the bottom of the bag, finally. This, I was so mad because it comes in a box, and I grabbed the wrong shade when I bought it in the store. This is the Lip Volume Plumping Effect Lip Cream. I got it in the shade 1, I believe. It doesn't actually have the shade on here, but this one is just straight up clear. They also have one that's a little bit pinkier, which is a straight up dupe for the Dior Show Lip Addict Collagen Lip Maximizer that I'm obsessed with. It's my favorite of all time. It is so great. This is a straight up dupe for it. Very plumping with a little bit of mintiness, no pain. I like this, but I wish I got the one that was a little bit pink, because that's a straight up dupe color wise too, and I like that it has a little bit of color to it. But if you pick up the right shade, then you'll have a straight up dupe for that at, again, like 1/4 the price. It has a really, really nice doe foot huge applicator, and you get a lot of products for the money. I really like this. Next is just a felt tip eyeliner pen. This is the Ultimate Pen Longwear Eyeliner. I don't like felt tips. I just thought I'd give it a try. It has a nice rubberized place for your fingers to hold it, which I think is kind of interesting concept to make it a little bit more comfortable, potentially give you a better application. But at the end of the day, in my opinion, a felt tip's just going to be hard to use as opposed to a brush. I still prefer my City Color Artistry liner. That's by far my favorite pen style liquid liner, and that one's also super cheap and affordable, so that's what I would recommend for that. I would just give this a pass unless you like felt tip eyeliners, but more power to you if that's the case. My last product, again, I believe is part of that Mini Divas collection. It's a baked bronzer in the shade 1. This is really nice. I don't really have a preference with this versus the other bronzer that I showed you. This is just baked. It's super natural. It's a baked bronzer. I can't really say too much about it. It's fine. It's nothing to write home about. I got that Mini Diva set. Now that I'm thinking about it, it came with that, the liner, and the mascara, I think, for like €5. So overall, that's a great set. If you can find similar sets like that at Kiko, they're there all the time. They have these little collections. So it's fine. It's a fine bronzer. I like it. I like all of these products. If you've gotten the gist of this video, it's that I generally tend to really like Kiko products, and they're at a price point that I believe it works for everyone, and they have sales all the time that are like 40% off. Some things are 70% off, and it makes it really hard to go in there and not buy at least one thing. I think that the products being made in Italy are of a higher quality than most other brands that are at a similar price point, and I think that the packaging is really upscale. And this is not sponsored. This is all purchased with my own money. Kiko doesn't know I'm alive, but I just really like the brand, and now that it's becoming more and more accessible, I wanted to tell you all about my opinions on it, show you this haul, and yeah. And I'll probably be using some of these products in videos. I know I have used a couple of them in my Rizzo getting ready video. If you watched that, if you haven't, go ahead and check that out. If you like hauls, if you like review videos, give this video a thumbs up. Please say hi in the comments. I miss you guys over on YouTube. And yeah, I will see you next time on my channel. Thanks so much for watching.